All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Monday, July 26, 2021. Markets staging a quiet and sort of muted rally today as market just waits on Tesla's earnings. They report after the bell, so hopefully they'll report quickly and we can do a little bit of live analysis on that, just see what happens there. So we have also market waiting on Apple, Microsoft, Google, Visa tomorrow, and Wednesday, Facebook, Thursday, Amazon, MasterCard. A couple of other names reporting, Procter & Gamble, Exxon, Chevron, I believe Starbucks reports this week. So a lot of earnings. This is the big earnings week, and market's just quiet on Monday. Really, that's to be expected as we await big tech earnings and big mega cap earnings. So we just take a look here at the daily. S&P up fraction of a percent really here, just 0.2%. But again, in an uptrend, and we continuing that vertical move that I suggested would happen last week. So at this point, I think we probably, at least it's likely that we go up and tag this trend line here, regardless of the earnings. Maybe we have a pop on earnings and then a sell the news. Again, that's just speculation. But as of right now, the path of least resistance looks to be up, and I don't expect any meaningful downside until we get to this trend line. At least that's what it looks like in the near term. VXX was a little bit higher earlier today along with the market. Normally that's a bearish indicator, having the VIX higher like that with the market. However, again, it's probably just due to the market just waiting on earnings and maybe a little bit of protection buying going into Tesla and some of the bigger names that report tomorrow. Again, VIX coming in nicely as the day has dragged on, and VXX actually negative now. So market's just about to close here. Got about 10 seconds left here, and so we'll take a look at that in a minute. But we'll just go over it on crude here. So crude mostly flat on the day, and just kind of holding in this pattern here as markets close. And just kind of stalling here out at this 20 moving average, although it did close above this red bar high, so it may want to go higher in the near term. Again, I don't expect too much upside on oil here, but maybe it gets up and tests this double top in the meantime. However, XLE, the energy ETF, was up nicely today, so this is building a little base. Maybe want to go and attack these moving averages here at about 51 and some change. This was your breakdown area, so would make sense for it to go and back test that. JP Morgan having a decent day as well. The financials getting a bit of a bounce. The jets, airline stocks having a nice day today. And this is with yields generally just kind of flattish today. They opened lower. They got a nice little bid in the morning and just sat there all day. So maybe just a technical bounce on some of these higher yield plays. However, IWM, again, with the weakness here, gapping higher, had a nice move in the morning and then really just faded those gains back, actually turned negative at one point, and again closed up a fraction of a percent, just 0.03. All right, so markets closed. Nothing on Tesla currently, but we'll keep an eye on that, and once that comes out, hopefully that'll happen in the next couple of minutes, so we can take a look at that. But again, IWM not looking very good here. But again, this name is really tied to AMC and really Intelia too. Which is the second most weighted stock in the Russell 2000. But really, AMC is kind of the big one here. And as AMC really just struggling to get a bid, although it did have a nice little pop last week, and it is fractionally higher. Again, that's going to really tie the IWM down, whether it goes up or down. So let's take a look here. We got to talk about crypto a little bit. So we'll just move over to TradingView. And so, yeah, crypto getting a nice little bid here. Again, I'm still not interested in it until it gets, I mean, we're talking about Bitcoin here specifically, but until you break through this level here and close above it, I don't really see anything newsworthy on Bitcoin, although this is a nice little pop. You do have some volume behind it. So it looks like some short covering possibly pushing this higher. Again, and the last couple of days, really all weekend, it was just crypto this, crypto that. Bitcoin's, on the move, it's doing this. Again, I'll say it again, I don't care about Bitcoin until it breaks either this level, this high, or this low. It can do anything it wants in this range. It can go up 10%, down 10%, doesn't matter as long as it holds in this range. It's just a no touch, and it doesn't really affect me at all, or doesn't really catch my eye at all. Also, it's very interesting that Elon Musk pumped Bitcoin along with Jack and some of those other guys last week, um, really, and got it off the lows. They pumped it on the 20th, 21st, and they got it off the lows here. And they did that ahead of earnings. So well, that's interesting, at least to say the least. Just interesting that they did that ahead of Tesla's earnings. So just something to keep an eye on there. But again, crypto, I don't really care what it does until it gets through 41. You know, this pivot here, 41, 42,000 or so, or this pivot low around 28, 29. So really just a no touch here for me as far as crypto is concerned. Just moving back to the markets here, still nothing on Tesla. I was hoping they'd have something out by now. I'll just stick around for a minute here and see if we can get something on Tesla. Yeah, so VXX having a nice little flush into the end of the day. Nothing too serious. The Zoom I picked up last week, you guys know that. This one's having a nice day. And I noticed this trend line here, which actually had he attempted to break out here. He backed off, and then we hit that 150 necktie here of the moving averages. And yeah, now popping up here. So if this can get back above this red bar high at about 381.31, if it closes above that, you're probably looking at breakout mode. So nice move there on Zoom. So nicely in the money there, about 5% or so already on that name. And yeah, nice little move for that so far. Okay, so now we have some movement in Tesla here. So it looks like earnings are out. Let's take a look. Tesla just popped here, so yep, getting initial push. Don't have anything yet on the news, but looks like the algos have figured something out. So this story should break any second here. Tesla pushing up near the highs of the day. Nothing too serious though. And those algos always get the news before anybody else. So now Tesla at the highs. So it's going to have resistance, regardless of what it does. It's going to have resistance around this upsloping trend line here. That was resistance before. You could also have a pivot high around 700 as well. So on the downside, we have some pivots here around 620, and then really your major resistance is this 550 area. But no news yet. It is bidding though. Let me see. Let me go check some of my other feeds here. Let's see if Zero Hedge has anything. Okay, so Tesla's beat estimated 97 cents, earnings per share 1.45, and CapEx beat 1.51 versus 1.19 estimate. So Tesla beating earnings here. Getting a bid, but finding some resistance here. There are a lot of puts at the 600 level, I believe, for this Friday. Let's just confirm that. Yeah, so you have a lot of open interest there, almost 40,000 puts there at the 600 for this Friday. So there's big money betting against this. And Tesla with the beat, there it is on the wire there. So Tesla with the beat, but so far, decent push, but nothing major here. It's not like it's breaking out, hasn't tested the 700 area, but yeah, it's coming back in just a little bit. So generally, if there's a really big beat that Wall Street doesn't expect this, you'd expect this thing to be doing something ridiculous like testing 700, but really just barely through the highs of the day and kind of testing the highs of last week at this current time. So yeah, Tesla, a bit of a muted response so far, although that can change by tomorrow. But anyways, we'll wrap it up here. I just wanted to take a look at Tesla live as the earnings came out. I may do a live stream later, maybe around 6 or 7 o'clock, so stay tuned for that, guys. But if not, I'll talk to you tomorrow, and we'll see you later. All right, thanks, guys. Take care.